Oh my goodness. Morning, everybody. Chad, Lucy, Bruce, Little Donk, Badonkadonk, Adler Farms. Whew. Yeah, check it out. If you've ever needed a reason to get a container cube, a high cube, container, shipping container, if you've ever needed a reason, this is the biggest one right here. I fold the rocks down. I think you can actually put the rocks up when it's in here, but it won't quite go through the door. But man, I am loving having this thing. And I think Ray and I actually figured out how we're gonna solve the what color do we paint it problem. Might just get another one. That's right. I know. But we filled it pretty quick. And some of you guys, rightfully so, we'll feed the animals here in a second. They're okay. Lucy doesn't agree, but some of you guys were kind of asking about the high cube. This is stinking awesome having the wind break up here. But with the high cube, you know, we were getting this to get things out of storage. And of course, if we put all our equipment in here, we run out of storage. But what we're talking about doing is getting another high cube and then having a roof built over it. I bought some 18-foot long sheet metal to go on those posts over there, like a lean-to, but I think I'm gonna go take those posts out of the ground, hang on to that. Let me get back in here so the wind stops. Hang on to that metal over there and just order enough to, basically we're gonna put, I wish I could share an image with you, but you have to be really, really careful because I don't own those image rights. 2 shipping containers beside each other with a roof over them, and we'll actually make the roof extend a little bit past the shipping containers. That way the roof takes the heat and not the shipping container. And some of you guys ask about vents. We've already got them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 vents on it already. Are those sufficient enough, big enough? I don't know. I mean, they worked for the company that used this as a shipping container, so I would assume they're okay. But if we're gonna put a roof over it, it's not gonna matter anyway. I'm likely also going to put a man door in it. We're really liking this setup right here. Morning. This is kind of our dream. This is what I wanted to do. I wanted a shop right here. This is so much cheaper and so much more affordable than a shop because we don't need a concrete pad. And to truly utilize the shop, a concrete pad is almost a must. I only need that concrete pad just to, you know, just like temporarily. So it's a big investment. We were hit at like $9 grand for a 30 by 40 concrete pad. That was very little site work before base rock. That's nuts. So that's just the pad. That's not even a building or any materials or even the labor going into building it. So it's just not happening. What we're doing with this lumber, just stay tuned. I got a smoking deal on it. I'm not worried. You can always use lumber, good treated lumber. It's made for ground contact, so quit calling me out because it's on the ground. 518's gone. He went to live with the Walkers. So we're down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bruce, you're not a cow. 5 head of cattle with 2 in the oven. Morning, June bug. So, pretty excited. But yeah, this is what I'd envisioned. There's if you can't tell, there's a bunch of base rock right here. And I think this is where like a mobile home used to sit. There's actually some wire coming off of that utility pole that probably fed it electricity, but they buried overhead wire and that's a no-no, and the utility company told me, please don't use that. So we won't be reusing that. This is a pretty big area despite what it looks like. It's probably like 40 across, and it's actually pretty convenient because I didn't know I was doing it on purpose, but when I buried our water line, I chose a spot about 16, 20 feet wide, and I really packed in the dirt right there over that water line. This works out perfect. Like every morning I pull in here, I drive right straight to here, and this is ultimately where we want the cubes to sit. They'll face this way, like they'll run long ways. This is north and south. Another one right here, north and south. I'm gonna put a roof over them. So, what do you guys think? Oh, and I've also got another entrance over there that I'm thinking about building like a holding pen over there. So if you're new here, welcome and howdy. If you're old here, welcome and howdy. As for that holding pen, it's not gonna be very big, like maybe like 16 by 20, like something real small. What I would like is to be able to pull in there with a trailer. That opening's 22 feet wide, so we can bring in big stuff for the house when we start building out here. I just want an area where we can pull in, close it off, open the trailer doors, the livestock trailer doors, open them up, let the animal come out, and then the animal's kind of in there for a little bit instead of having to like back up and turn around. It's not that I can't do that. I mean, some of you guys were saying, should have backed those in, then you can pull them out. Well, it's a lot easier to back out than it is to back in. So I was just simply thinking, I don't want to scratch my fenders, but there's plenty of room. That's about 8 inches. And then over here, you can see I left myself plenty of room to hop off the machine. So tons of room, super excited. But let's feed some animals before they revolt. And we'll go down and look at the pond, but we have a day and a half of rain coming, so I don't know that I'm gonna start the pump. I don't know what the point would be. But again, if the water's in there, I gotta pump it out anyway, so I might as well start the pump. We'll figure it out. It's days like today I regret taking the windshield down. Let's get some food. I'll get some food, hang on. I'm earlier this morning than I normally am, so they're not starving. So as you can see, this is where the cows used to eat, donkeys, goats, everybody. Even the alpaca llamas. They're just alpacas. I don't know why everybody calls them llamas. We need to come through with our harrow and just smooth this out. Throw some seed down, which I didn't quite mention it enough in the last video, but we do have 20 bags. Actually, Grandpa's taken 2, but we have 18 bags of real nice fescue. And I know some of you guys are so bent up and bent out of shape about that fescue, but the most toxic part of the fescue is the seed head. And it's got to be almost 14 to 18 inches tall for that head to develop. So our animals, and I'm talking to the local feed store, I'm talking to guys that have been farming forever, like 5th and 6th generational farmers. If they had horses, they would run a specific type of fescue. We don't have horses, we have donkeys, so same species, if you will. We have enough animals that our grass will never be that high. If we block off like, you know, like we're gonna do all the way across there, we're gonna do 2 pastures right here. Yes, if we were to like rotational graze, we would have to stay on top of it. We can't get that. We can't let that fescue get to 18 inches tall and then turn animals out on it. That's not safe. Cows are fine. Now there is a side of it for cows. If they're pregnant, that can be an issue. But we do have enough animals that our grass will never be that tall. If it is what the local farmers have told me to do, let's say we don't rotationally graze quick enough, we get a good spring rain and fescue hits 18 inches tall, we can actually go in and just bush hog it, just knock it down. You can also hay it. You can cut it, get a sickle, you can cut it and you can hay it and have fescue hay. There's a lot of things we can do, okay? So quit worrying about it. All right, let's get some feed. They got a little rowdy and I had to throw some on the ground just to get the feed in the buckets. But now we're gonna drive up top. I threw some down on the ground, but it's okay. They're not gonna eat their own dung. They're not gonna die if they do. Dogs do it every day. Let's go back up top though, where we moved the feeding troughs. The coveralls are warm. Junebug, come to the top. Tipsy, come on. Woo! Woo! I missed my windshield. That's cool. Good stuff. It's crazy just being down 2 head of cattle how much calmer feeding is. But those cows, 516 and 518, they were super docile. Very blessed that they were too. So they're gonna sit down there, I guess, and pick up every last speck of grain before they come up here, but that's all right. But now what we can do is focus on some fencing and get our we can focus on our fencing and get our pasture set up, because ideally what we would like is, you know, over there on that good stuff, anything pregnant, anybody with calf or about to have a calf, it'd be nice if they were over there in that hay field where it's already established. Over here, because if you didn't know, this 5 acres over here produced 7 bales of hay last summer when nobody was taking care of it. Nobody had cows traipsing around on it. Nobody was spreading manure out like we have been, because despite how it looks, we've been spreading manure, even though people are like, there's manure everywhere. Well, that's what animals do. They poop on the ground. I can't decide if I'm hot or cold. It's chilly. It's like 40 degrees. And there's like 2 days worth of storms rolling in. Now, they're not dangerous storms. They're thunderstorms at this time anyway. Yeah, I'm really, really in love with like setting this up to where it's like a shop equipment area. It's up at the very top of the property, which dries out the quickest even before we fix the ditch. This area always dries first. So I'm pleased. I think it's gonna be great. Can you tell it's getting warm? I'm just leaving the hose hooked up. I should probably aim her down though. I don't think a water fountain's what they were looking for. There we go. Bruce is like, I've had enough of that grain on the ground. So anyway, they'll find more up top in a minute. Oh my goodness. Whew. Look at all the raccoon tracks. Look at them. And those are definitely raccoon tracks. I've learned the difference now. Wally is not back. Plus, I don't know what Wally would do. There's no trees. There's not enough trees for him to drag over here and get all mad at water that's flowing. So he is not over here, and that's totally okay. That's what we want. But it looks like we can grab this pipe and get this out of here if we don't sink, because it's kind of an eyesore. It's kind of driving me nuts. But we threw it in here to try and siphon some water out. And it didn't quite work, and it wasn't nearly as efficient as the pump. So let's just get it out of there. But the pond is way down. All this stuff right here is actually where the level was. But now we got 2 days of rain in the forecast, so that's a good time. So this is kind of the mess that's underwater when your water level is the right height. And I'd really like to smooth that out. Get in there with the tractor. It's gonna take a while. It's a project. And it's a marathon, not a sprint, as with most things in life. But believe it or not, once upon a time, back in my prime, I was quite the sprinter, and I could run. Right now I'm, what do they say, too old to fight and too heavy to run. So yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure, like Toby Keith said, I'm as good once as I ever was. Gonna need like a month to recover. Let's put some fuel in this and get it ripping. I got 3 boys, so there's so many jokes in my head about what's going on right there, it's not even funny. Woo! Picked up my trash. And some of you guys mentioned, and it was a great idea, they actually make a 100-foot nozzle for this hose that has a fireman's hose on it, like a fireman's nozzle. And you guys were wondering if I could use, because this is fresh, it's not like this has been packed in for years and years. You guys were wondering if I could use the water pressure to dig out a channel, and I'm gonna try it. I can't use that, it's too short, it's out of control. So I'm gonna get me one of the fireman hoses later and try it. I don't know if it'll make it in this video because it's gonna rain and it's gonna be kind of pointless to do it when it's raining. But make sure you're following us on all forms of social media, because that's probably who will see it first. And I'm pretty stinking funny on the interwebs. I've get several comments about people saying that interwebs is a derogatory term for people who are internet savvy. Like an IT guy is referring to interwebs as people who don't know what they're talking about. Would you quit? Oh my goodness. When you said interwebs, hurt my feelings. Stop. I'm just a guy on 20 acres in northeast Oklahoma, draining this pond, riding around in his side-by-side, feeding his cows, feeding his donkeys and his goats, his chickens, alpacas. That's all I'm doing. Whew, man, I'm gonna need some of y'all's blood pressure medicine. We don't quit with this stuff. That's not funny. Blood pressure is a very serious matter. But me using the term interwebs is not. I did make it all the way out there today, but it ain't ready for the tractor yet. Meow. Meow. Woo! Windshield! What is this? What is it? I don't even, it's making so much noise. I don't even need that. Can we get that off of there? How do we do that? I got me a pow rack. That's a 357 and a 22, if you know what I'm saying. Pretty slick. Been trying to pick up a little bit. Yesterday I did nothing other than drive around and pick up like T-posts where we had temporary pins and cattle panels, and just trying to get everything like not necessarily centrally located, but like you need like an equipment corner. That's what's been so hard, is we've not had a place we could put stuff. But getting these shipping containers, it gives us a designated, here's where we keep things, here's where they're secure. I mean, I've been parking my side-by-side on the side of the cabin to keep it from getting wet, which works to an extent. But now, having a shipping container, I can pull it in. I'm golden. So, yep. All right. Woo! Follow me if if you want more grain. I speak bovine. See how level and flat this is? It's a perfect spot for a couple of containers. Those are actually for sale on the interwebs. You're welcome. Facebook Marketplace to be specific, but they are 10-foot Wheeler metal panels. And while I don't think you can have enough, or I should say, you need some of those. They're awesome. But we've got 20 of them, and I really only need 10 because I don't want to step out there too far. The wind will start picking up. But we're going to put like a holding pin over here, like a 16 by 20. Like with top rail and continuous pipe fence. And so we don't need 20 of those. I just need like, well, I'm selling 10, so I guess we need 10. It's almost depressing. Come on. Junebug's wondering. She's eyeing it. Look at her. She knows there was not enough grain down there. She's wondering where the rest of it is. Woo! Come on, cow. You know that big cow right there in the middle, he ain't gonna miss a meal. I've been putting some stuff over here. Just little things. That's my container lock. Nobody can get in there. But yeah, those are some T-panels, some T-posts, and yeah, just some things that we've needed. Sorry, I had to take a phone call. Ordered another shipping container just like that. And by the way, we're getting a discount on the second one because you guys need to go check them out. Even though they're like local to us, they can ship these all over the world. They also all over the world, all over the country. It's a little bit different for out of state, depending on that, but they'll go through all the legalities of it and all that with you. But you need to reach out to Keisha. She can put one of these on your property 7 to 10 days, but it might be quicker if you use my link or my referral code. We got a second one coming. So that's how we solved what color we're gonna paint them. We'll paint one pink for Ray and one real tree for me. But yep, that's funny, Sonny. It's funny. I'm funny. I tell people I'm. Morning, June. So one thing about June, even though I can pet her all over when she's not eating, I don't mess with her when she's eating. Yeah, see, don't mess with me while I'm eating. I don't like people messing with my stuff either. Sonny's a little bit nervous and anxious. She's getting over some lice. That's why they also look kind of wet. They've all got ivermectin last few days. And I believe that's even a parasite tag in her ear. Some of you guys told us about that. That's awesome. But old Tipsy here. Howdy, young lady. My goodness. So the bag is still not very full. That will be the size of a basketball at least when she's ready. So we got a little ways to go. But man, look at the spread on that. That's 10 feet long. No, it's not. Yes, it is. That's a 10-foot feed trough. Bunny is really pretty too. This is Bunny. Where's Finn? Oh, you ain't Finn, ain't no miss no meal now. No way, man. This is it. These are the bovine. Bovine and Bruce. She's getting over them. Lice, unfortunately, are just like human lice. They grab hold and don't let go, and bless her heart, she just got them pretty bad. But she runs from me when I've got the sprayer. But as you can see, I can get this. Is that good, buddy? Is that good? I can get this close when she doesn't have it. So, man, Finn. So he was born on 9/22. I don't know if that's, that's like the month, like September of 22. And the thickness on his horns, my goodness. Super cool. So, as for June's baby, we're still, I can't even see him. You're too hairy. I can't even see your teats. I can't even see him. By the way, I tried to brush her yesterday. Like I bought a legit like cattle brush. Yeah, it's a no. It's a no. It's a big no. Well, you might, hang on, slow down. You need some water. I don't mean to laugh that off. We have water right there. And today, one of my jobs, one of my chores, I've got a part coming for the tractor that's like a ripper. My buddy Jason and Brooke, they on Cog Hill, they've got one. But it's like a ripper, and you put it on your rear PTO. No, you put it on your rear 3-point, you drop it down and you just drive, and it trenches a line. And we're gonna put some water in a frost-free, like up here somewhere, or I could just move these troughs over there near the water. That'd probably be the smarter thing to do, but I just really wanted one of those ripping tools, so I told Ray we needed one, and that was why. Animals need water, babe.
225, 30, 30, 0.
You bet. Another good pair of hands there. Anybody want chores? Ladies right there, $1.65.
165, 70, now 5, and now 8.
$395.
385, 1061 on 1.
Trying to find Bruce a girlfriend. Bruce is not worth $395.
See if you can get one for like, I bet if you tell him it's Bruce, you can get one for like $2.
$2. Are you wearing my shirt?
No.
You're sure?
You gave this to me. Yes, it is, but you gave it to me. Say, hey, oh, you just need more.
Are you sure? Because that's an extra large tall, and I just started buying those this year.
Well, you gave it to me like this year. If not, it was in your laundry pile, and then you put it in my laundry pile, which makes it your fault. So.
Got it. Anyway, the weather hit. Watch this. Can't wait till Ray gets home because I need to check her car for dimples. Oh, that's a good time. What are they doing?
You're looking for her.
Oh. The dogs are looking for her at the door. I didn't hear the door, did you?
No.
No.
She's not here. It's just,
Yeah. She always texts us when she's on her way home, so yeah, I don't know. Whoa.
You bet. Weather goats there in the good one.
Yeah. We don't need weathers. We need girlfriends for Bruce. We're trying to find Bruce a girlfriend. Man, true story, I really did order another shipping container today. So we're going to do this. What I need you to do though is go check out, I'm gonna tag this guy down below. I messaged him on Instagram a couple times, but this is what we're gonna do. And I'm gonna see if I can get as much help as possible from this guy. Now he's a long ways away. He's not gonna come out here and help us, but anyway, go tell this guy howdy. He's pretty stinking cool. I like his banter. He reminds me a lot of you guys in the comments. Super cool, man. I mean, he did this whole thing himself. That's what's inspired this build that we're gonna do. Anyway, with that said, wait, what's this one?
405, starting.
Are those girls?
Two more good goats right there. Sell them for $245.
245, 50.
I don't know if they're boys or girls. Pretty sure Bruce wants girls,
Can
though.
you just messenger and say,
Oh, they take a little bit too long to reply. See, like it's already over. So lots happening, lots changing. It's gonna be a lot of fun. That's it. That's all I know. Weather kind of rained me out today. I did go get the fireman hose, and we will try that next time. Wait, what are those?
More good weather goats.
Weathers.
Bad.
We don't need
he
weathers.
said more, which means the last ones were weathers as well.
Good call. See, that's why you go to school. Anyway, with that said, Case is getting ready to do dishes and giving my shirt back. Nothing. I know the wheels are spinning. Wheels are spinning.
I'm not giving you my shirt back. It's my shirt now.
All right. With that said, y'all be good. Don't work too hard. Don't make it weird. Thank y'all for being here. God bless. Deuces.